lot of new money, when it's not saving, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out, I never switch, you never switch, I never switch, I never switch, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew. They all on my back then didn't know.
All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
On second down, it's Logan. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go, Pac-Man.
Check 53. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Switch. Shit.
Black, black. Hey, 74.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. taken at about the 36. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Chatty, right 25.
He's 59. Mike to 59. Pick it up. Pick it up.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
55 Mark.
Five.
Mark 55. Mark 55. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's
a screen. Pass. Kill. Watch twins.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Wentz on third down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line. Ready, back 25.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Here's Connor, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Ryan now to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. The kick by Marr is good. And so they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run with Logan. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll look to run with Connor, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Packers.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120! 53's mine. Man, I got you. Man.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
1st down, Green Bay.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Logan. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
26 Bravo.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 57.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to take a shot for touchdown, Packers. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, what a move. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, let's get 7.
To throw is Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
3 down.
Tighten up.
Tighten 54, stop.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And some space here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. This is Cohen. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
That's what I do.
Bang, 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 bang.
Space. I got motion.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch there for Thomas. It's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, orbit.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. So drive 1, they had the field goal. Drive 2, touchdown. And now here on drive 3, looks like they're going to have to punt.
At least they were finally able to reverse the trend, because giving up the field goal, then the touchdown, it's almost like they finally got to the offensive side of the ball and said, okay, we've got the system to shut you down.
This will be taken at the 10. And he's out right at the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Wentz now on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go again. 46 down, man, 5-4.
Throwing is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
3 down.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Going deep for Diggs, and that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, LA! Tariq Cohen. In the final seconds of the 1st half, and the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is taken at the 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. At the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This is Logan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
51.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he finds Tyler Croft. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mark 55! Mark 55!
On 2nd and 7, Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
From the gun, Ryan. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by David Amerson. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On second down now, it's Connor, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mike 25. 21.
Check 13. Check 13.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Ready, blue 80. Right 25.
Hey, eat. Ready? 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check 99. Check 99.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we were. It's a foot race. The 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 78 yards.
At the 4-yard line.
Go. Blue 80.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete right around the 8. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Kill.
Here's Wentz to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Kenny Golladay. Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. The Charger drive about to get going. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, South.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. On first down, it's Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
59, got it. Back 25. 55.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan, throw right side, caught by Ridley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
We got take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balance.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Jesse James, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers get a score closer. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Check.
40.
Wide. Wide, get wide. Alert 3, alert.
Hey, Lou.
Watch out.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch the run.
Here's Ryan to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready, blue 80.
Man out.
From the gun, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now this time Wentz will throw. Big hold to the 30. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Two Jet. 26, Mike. 26. Hey, high 7. Watch QB drop. 26, Mike.
Throwing now is Wentz. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Again, it's Wentz. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz going deep for Diggs. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run with Connor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, it's Connor. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy.